It's week 9 of the NFL, and all eyes are on the Jaguars, leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Jaguars and the Eagles on Sunday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South. It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go, here on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to time. He'll be let out by a young man who's making a name for him.
It's week 9 of the 2024 season, and all eyes are on the Jaguars, creative quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Jags and the Eagles on Sunday night primetime.
Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Here's Smith on the return. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
He tucks it and takes off. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 6 coming up here. gets them the first. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 16. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The kick by Hopkins is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
This return makes it up to the 25. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. Team went 0-1, picking up the loss. He was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week. And neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another carry for him. Has good room at the 35. And he'll finally be taken down right along the 40. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Finds him on the slant. And that's good for a gain of 5. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. From the 35 on 2nd down. That pass caught by Strange. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. He's finally got it. He lost the football. It's out. They set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Here's an option play right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So now here's 3rd and goal. He's going to throw this one. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. The kick by Shudak is good. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. We'll cobble together a yard there. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Here we go, 2nd and 9. This one's snagged. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. All right, all set up now, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. First down throwing for Hurts. Not quickly on the slant. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Hurts throwing again. Taken in by Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 2nd and 3 now. Now Hurts. He's got it. Touchdown Philadelphia. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Able to find Strange here. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Here's the give on 3rd and short. Only a yard that time. It forces 4th and 1. Jacksonville in punt formation. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Well, ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. Takes off right out of the read option. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And having gained about a handful there. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. It's caught by A.J. Brown. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Short side option here. He's running left. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. One after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Home back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that run stopped for a loss. Here's 2nd and 11. He's got a man left. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Setting up a throw. Even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. And off to the up end. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. Going to go with Barkley on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Hurts the throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He's got it at the 24. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing it to start this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. They'll run now on 2nd down. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Lone back gets the handoff. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand it off to the back. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's the 2-minute warning now from the lake. And it's the Jaguars. Needing 8 on 3rd down. gets it in traffic. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They'll run for this. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. No one around. He's got space. Gets up the edge to the 35. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Hurts finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Dotson now in motion right. Hurts looking to throw. He's got it near the 8. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Oh, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on 3rd and long. All the left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds. Getting right back to it after that interception. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And Dorian Jackson makes the play. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. They send a tight end in motion. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 now. And pass caught by Strange. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. He'll throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. they'll send this one away. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. We're at halftime here in Philly. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. The Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Back to the well again. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They're going to throw it on third and long. Government is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. The Jaguars in a punt formation. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. They give it to him again. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stop that time by Antonio Johnson. Hurts with it on third and short. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Option give here. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down. Here we go, second and 9. This one finds Goddard. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Third and just 2 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. The Eagles are in punt formation. Absolutely crunched his first punch, and here's another huge one. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on first down. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. Offense to the line for second down. Handoff now out of the gun. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Third and long for him here. That's Thomas. He's got it. He's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. On now comes their punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the running... They're out and set, first and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Nice cut back to the right sideline. to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Hurts now from the gun. Makes the play in bounds left side. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles trying to end this before the final quarter. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Motioning left is Thomas. Back-to-back carries here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. He's dropping back to throw. Got him in. It's Thomas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Motioning one of the tight ends. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's throwing deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. From the pistol, Hurts. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. And the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Setting up to throw. Fights off the pressure. He tucks it and takes off. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical 3rd down.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Working across the middle block, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess. Even when you're the biggest and baddest
it's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They'll run here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's the Jags football, but here in the fourth, that lead likely too much to overcome. All right, here we go. Second down. They're going play action. Dumps it off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Looking to the air here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They'll bring out the punter here. This one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And things just seem to keep snowballing for them. Now their special teams is involved. That's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run here on 1st down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. All set up now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. They'll get this one to Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's going to be blocked down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Right up the gut. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to get it with the option. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying to push this past the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to the well again. Room to run inside the 20. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles are running them out of the building. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Sending a receiver left. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. So out now comes the punter. And he's been one of the players on this game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 13. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. They give it to him again. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Hurts looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. So beneath the chorus of fly, Eagles fly. It's a win for the Eagles.
It's week. It's week 9 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Khalil Shakir. He comes in 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Bills and the Dolphins, and it can't.
working his way through contact. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 52 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To the air, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Allen to throw it. And he is caught. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. In motion goes the tight end. Allen going to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. The Bills at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Shakir hauls it in, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bills. Josh Palmer, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, the Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But He did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2nd and 9. The slot man in motion right. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every...
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. The Bills' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Allen to throw once more. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Now Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And again, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Allen. Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid from 13 yards out. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Tua. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Being chased out left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. From midfield, here's Allen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. To throw, it's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. To the air, Allen. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Von Miller with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on fourth down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miami set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. That is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. White now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Allen going to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. And it's caught. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Touchdown, Bills! Dalton Kincaid with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit.
Here's a diving catch right side. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Caught by Allen. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From midfield, here's Tua. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing now is Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Allen. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Allen to throw once more. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Allen's got it, complete. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it with Achane. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone. It's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown.
It's Week 9 of the National Football League.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Tar Heel, their rookie quarterback from UNC.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming up with a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Seven nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Wilson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing is Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Tracy trying the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Samuel in motion. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here, and they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
Here's Wilson. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 2. Wilson now off the bootleg. That's to the rookie. It's Malik Neighbors. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Tracy. Nifty move. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Tracy going to get it on first down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Now it's Tracy. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Commander defense able to hold. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, these 2 teams did meet in our nation's capital earlier this season, with Washington picking up the win at Commanders Field. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Back to throw again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. That one taken in by Neighbors. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side and intercepted. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Wilson. Touchdown, Giants! Malik Neighbors from 6 yards away. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Rotates Ertz going across the middle. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Finding Ertz again. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Gay's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin with an interesting one in the AFC. The Chargers heading east to take on Cleveland. And it's the home team who are out in front. Cedric Tillman up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud leading the way in the victory.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Wilson. He finds Robinson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They'll hand it to Tracy. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action with Wilson. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And New York set to take the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone's...
And all the way in! Touchdown, New York! Malik Neighbors, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Here's 2nd and 8. Man open left side is Brown. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter. Second and 11. Over the middle here to Brown. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and left. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage?
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. Now it's Wilson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On the give, it's Tracy.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Throwing is Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally. To throw is Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the